Hey everybody, Jim Tedesco here for Millennium County RR version 2.5. That's hard to remember for some reason. Anyway, I have an unboxing today, and this box right here. Yeah, I'm going to unbox it in a minute, but before I go any further, I want to say that this is directed more toward Dave Thurber from Crooked River and Eastern. This might help you out with a future purchase, and I'll explain it as we go through. So stay tuned, and we're going to go ahead and start recording the unboxing. So without any further ado, let's open the box up. And let me swing the camera around here a little bit. There we go. Now we got the main unit here. We have the power supply here. And we have some cabling here. And of course, a little instruction sheet. So, let me get rid of this box here real quick. I swear they put too much effort in these boxes. They should just keep it simple. And believe me, it looks like it went through a war anyway. We'll put the box down there. Let's look at the main unit. That garbage. This is an SSK. This is a 10-port hub, 3.0 USB, so it's fast. The casing is aluminum, which is nice, and it's heavy too, you know. So you've got that, and then you got the power supply. Now this is a powered USB hub. And what I found out is, especially if you're running cameras, and this is more directed toward you, Dave, that you want a powerful unit for your cameras, because your cameras are well, they suck a lot of juice. Now, I don't remember the exact specs on this. I'll have to look. But that's why I picked this one. And it was relatively inexpensive. I think it was $29 on Amazon. We've got 10 USB 3.0 interface. Standard power output's 5 volts. There we go. It's a 12 volt 5 amp power supply. So you got 5 amps driving this thing. And I believe it was 90 watts. If I'm correct. Yeah, I believe it was 90 watts. So there's enough power just from this alone to probably drive all your cameras. Now I've got a total of 7 cameras, and I'll probably put all but one on this hub. Of course, the beauty is you normally only use one camera at a time, although I can use up to 4. If you'll remember the beginning of my live stream, when I show trains running for 15 minutes before I go live, well, when I appear live, I'll have 4 cameras running simultaneously for the layout. Now, I haven't been able to do that in a while because I think the powered hub that I got now is shot. And they don't last forever. So, but I think I only paid like $15 for the one I'm using. It's not much, you know. Oh, and I forgot about this other. This is the data cable. This is a C-type connector up that goes into the hub. You can see your USB-C port right there, which is this part right here. And then the standard, I think this is called a Type A, that plugs into your computer. And like I said, the power supply, your standard power plug-in thing there. And this is the way to go. Now, I have to test this. And I'm not going to air this until I get it all hooked up and actually test it and make sure it works. So I'm going to go off the air for a while to get all this tied in. And we'll see how it does. So stand by, I'll be right back. Once I find my mouse. There we go. Alright, I'm back and I've got everything hooked up. And I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So I've got the panoramic camera works. The tunnel camera works. The ease camera works. The doodle cam works. And I've got the collage where I've got all four going here. So this made a big difference having this USB hub on there. It's powered. And it's got enough power on there to drive 4 cameras easily. Now I haven't tried to test it with more cameras, but generally that's all I use on my intro anyway, is 4 cameras, so we'll leave it at that. Now normally I'd have a west camera, but for some reason the west camera's down. I probably lost a connection somewhere behind me where the camera is, so I'll have to work on that. But this solved a whole bunch of problems. So if you're driving cameras on your layout for your live stream, this is what you need. This is big enough, and you don't have to use all 10 ports. I'm only using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ports. One's for the microphone, the other 4 are the cameras. And it seems to take care of the problem. So now how long this will last, that I don't know. Like I said, USB hubs do not last forever for some reason. They do go bad. But if you get a couple of years out of it, well, $29, that's not a bad deal. So you're better off spending a little extra to get a better brand. Now if you really want to, if you're willing to spend a little bit more money, there are other brands that are better, more established brands that I can't really think of off the top of my head. But there's 2 of them that are major brands, and those would probably be the way to go. But you're looking at, you know, anywhere from $40 to $80 for a hub that's powered. And then again, you got to look at the specs of the power supply. If it's less than 5 amp, you're probably wasting your time, because a lot of the powered ones come with a 2 amp or 2.5 amp power supply, like my last one did, and it just didn't cut it. It did for a while, but then it burned out pretty quick. So like I said, you're better off going with a more powerful unit. It just makes more sense to do it that way. So I'll leave that in your hands, but this is what I did. And Dave, if you need a link for that, now I'll tell you, I'm not even here. Ah, damn it. There we go. If you need a link, let me know and I'll provide one for you. Like I said, Amazon has these, and they've got like 30 pages full of them. And I actually went through most of them. till I found one that I liked, which is this one here. Not necessarily a name brand, but it's close. And, you know, they're all made in China anyway, but there's some that just ain't worth the shit. That's why I said you have to look at the specs. One, you want a 3.0 USB. You don't want a 2.0 because that's too slow. You damn sure don't want a 1. So I think right now they're up to 3.2, but I didn't see any that would actually run at 3.2. Everything I'm seeing is 3.0, which is fine. And that's just what you got to do. So anyway, anybody looking for a USB hub that they want to drive cameras with on their live stream or even their videos, you got to have a powered hub. It's got to have, you know, external power source. And the more potent the power source is, like I said, I wouldn't go less than 5 amp. And I believe this is 90 watts. So that's what you want to do to get the most out of your webcams while you're doing your live stream or your videos. Anyway, I hope this helps anybody that's looking for it. And until next time, you know, we'll see you. Bye for now.